It's my time to shine. So Michael B. the Game Genie is doing a Top 3 Tuesday deal. And this week he wants to talk about Mega Man. Well, damn it, I can talk about Mega Man. This area up here is like really sparse. Hold on, I'm gonna do something about that real quick. That looks really good. That looks really good. It's an incredible license. So I could legitimately talk about Mega Man all day. And when somebody asks me what my top 3 Mega Man games are, the answer is usually pretty simple. That took a lot out of me. I'm out of shape, guys. Mega Man 2 is probably my favorite Mega Man game of all time, followed by Mega Man 3, and then Mega Man X. But man, that's the answer like everybody's gonna give. Or everybody's gonna come close to that, or, you know, some variation of that. Somebody might have something else thrown in there, but... man, why always those 3? They're amazing games. And if you want to see reviews of them, I've got tons of videos on all 3 of those games. But let's talk about... I'm gonna go, not with my top 3, but I want to talk about my next 3 Mega Man games. And the first one is Mega Man 9. Mega Man 9 was released in 2008, years since the last 8-bit Mega Man game came out, and it's just so damn good. All that sweet 8-bit goodness that us NES fans had been missing was back, and with a vengeance. This game is tough, like harder than any of the previous 8-bit Mega Man games before it, but if you're up for the challenge, it's a worthy opponent. Mega Man 9 has some of the best, if not the best, Robot Master weapons in the series. They are all useful at some point during Mega Man's adventure, for either killing enemies or helping Mega Man clear his path to his goal. The graphics are great and really throw back to the old 8-bit days. The only real complaint I have is that there are a ton of blank black backgrounds. The music is phenomenal, and it's amazing that it was able to capture that Mega Man sound so well. The overall experience is amazing, and well worth the few bucks it takes to buy it on digital platforms. It's just a damn shame it's not available on Steam or any of the newest generation of consoles. I've said a lot about Mega Man X2 in the past. Just go watch my old review on it. It's a natural progression from Mega Man X, but not nearly in the same way that the classic Mega Man 2 was to Mega Man 1. X was already really freaking good, and X2 built on that. I'd say that sometimes X2 is my favorite game in the X series, but it really depends on my mood. It's good enough to stack up to the amazing original. X2 has some really cool new Mavericks to kill, stage designs to tackle, and special weapons to use. The new X armor is really cool and more functional than the last, adding cool new features like an air dash and a screen nuke. The ride armor from the original is joined by a speeder bike, which is fun to ride, if only for the one level it appears in. And the addition of the wireframe enemies is kinda gimmicky, but I really like them. If not for a few really weird Robot Master weapon choices, Mega Man 5 might have been the epitome of Mega Man on the NES. It looks great, with much more detailed backgrounds and enemy sprites than the previous games on the NES. It plays just a bit faster than the last few games, which isn't a bad thing, and Capcom was even able to balance out the charge shot by making Mega Man lose his charge if he's hit before he shoots his weapon. The game has some really cool gimmicks, like the gravity function in Gravity Man's level, or the speeder boat in Wave Man's level, but the game still feels mostly like it's a platforming jump-and-shoot adventure, unlike another Mega Man game that uses stage gimmicks a bit too much. Mega Man 8! The music is underrated for the series, with some of the coolest tunes on the NES. I mean, Charge Man's stage sounds really neat, even with the clickety-clack of the railroad in the background. There are a ton of minor touches that really bring this game to life. It's a hard one to get a hold of physically these days, so stick to alternate methods, like the Legacy Collection or the Virtual Console on the 3DS. So those are my next top 3 Mega Man games, and I wanted to talk about those because, hell, everybody's talking about 2, 3, and X right now. And, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I haven't watched all these top 3 videos that Mike has tagged people in. But what I really appreciate is the fact that Michael B has got a bigger channel, and he's doing what he can to, like, let the little guys get their voice. And, you know, channels like mine who are relatively smaller, and, you know, there's even smaller channels that are getting into this, have a chance to talk about something and get noticed a little bit, and I think that's really cool. So, Michael B, the Game Genie, thank you. You've got a great channel, and I really appreciate you letting everybody kind of have some fun with your idea. So, that's all I've got. Thanks, guys, for watching. Later.